Hi guys! Jake and Marisa back in for more live reactions to
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu, Sentai, Patranger.
Pew 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 pew.
Alright, so, with this we'll finally be caught up again.
Yes!
I guess, technically speaking, we were caught up as of last time, but now we're back on our
regular schedule.
On our regular schedule of releasing these Wednesday after they come out during the weekend.
So from here on out, we got Wednesday episodes. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes. If we decide to do anything additional for the holidays,
that'll show up on a Sunday.
We'll surprise you. Right now we got too much stuff going on today. We got too much stuff going on today to even think about it. We've got a bunch of, we're doing car shopping, so we've got a bunch of cars to look at today.
Because the Jet Jammer has died.
Yes, which is the nickname for the old red Suzuki that I've been driving, which is just dead. Oh, can you grab that remote, because I realized that I still have everything muted.
Yeah, you do.
And that is not ideal for reacting to things.
No.
Alright, so, yeah, nothing new on the Power Rangers front, really. We did do quite a bit of filming, actually.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday, I did a bunch of filming, like Friday night.
Yesterday we had Dave over.
Yeah.
Guy. I did a lot of filming with him.
We got a little bit of filming done for both 87 and 88, which is good. Yeah, 87's coming along really well. I've already started testing a little bit with some effects. I've got the vast majority of the footage. It's really mostly just, like, your stuff that's left. So we just gotta find time to knock that out.
Talk to me after you have a car.
Yeah, that's the main limiter at the moment. So,
it takes a lot of extra time out of our days using only one car to get both of us places.
Yeah. So once we get that resolved,
we'll suddenly have all that extra travel time back, and then we can film.
Hopefully be either today or tomorrow, fingers crossed, knock on wood, skip around the horseshoes with the clovers and everything, I don't know, lucks, a lot of luck, business.
It's the stars and rainbows.
Yes, there we go. So, with all that said, let's take a look at episode 44 of... What's the show?
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu, Sentai, Patranger. The truth found. Magical sound. There we go. So we now know that Noelle isn't human.
Sorry, I was switching around the swear jar in the quarters because I usually put the quarters near me and the swear jar is there.
Yeah. So they're hunting him down. Previously
on the show, Keisatsu standing around getting wet.
Yep.
Saga.
He's upset.
He's broken.
Now why is his hair wet? Okay, Sotaro's hair is also wet, just better coiffed.
It's also not quite as wet because Sotaro's been chasing
Noelle, I guess,
through warehouses and stuff.
I imagine.
Whereas Keisatsu is just standing there.
Good job, Noelle. Hey, goody. Message delivered. Really?
You could specify, well, no, it's pretty clear it's the Lupins.
Well, you could also specify, like, where, when, or are they there?
Oh, there they are.
Okay, good. Really?
Umika's not doing it.
So, let's have this reveal. So, what's up? What's happening? Are we about to go to credits? What's about that? Yeah, mysterious treasures left by the Phantom Thieves. Awesome Lupin, known as the Lupin Collection, have been stolen by the gamblers. The thieves who fight to recover what they've lost. The police who fight to protect world peace. Whose side are you on? Bing, bang, 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 bing, 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 bang, bang, bing, bing, bing. Yummy, no, not 中で不敵にはあるシルエットこの死体知りたけりゃ Catch me if you can Destiny 予告する本当の命を理解もだけに光放つ門外不出のコレクションルペン誰に舞う Chase you up 奪けす失いし時を溶かすためダウン回せルペン冷めてくる Chase you up 奴らにアドゥ鮮やかにルペンのレンジャー It's showdown And I got a little thrown off by you being thrown off. So I had a little stumble in there where I swapped like 2 words around.
I
Alright.
was just off on time. Oh no, except when I was choking her.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Who? What? You an alien? 1,000 years ago. Okay, we're getting the backstory here.
In the same world as the Ganglers. Okay, so he's not a Gangler.
But he's from Gangler World. And I get the impression that Arsene Lupin's probably from there too. So the Gangler World was conquered by the Ganglers. They conquered the world of bowler hats.
And they've been living amongst humans this whole time.
Okay, so they're all part of a race of people that we just never knew about.
Technically speaking, not humans.
They're from the Gangler world and were conquered by the Ganglers.
That's how it got scattered.
Okay. His wish. Okay, so the wish has been done once before.
アルセーヌの言葉を信じるしかない。ギャングラーと同じ世界から来たやつの言葉を信じろってことか。願いは叶う。だって叶わなかったら僕の大切な人は。それはこっちのセリフだ。
You're not the only one who's lost someone.
信じてほしい。
Okay. Alright, so he was neither a Gangler nor a collection piece, but whatever race of people Arsene Lupin and Cover had. You have no real evidence.
Thank you, Sakuya.
Well, yeah. If it is true, then he would be lying the whole time. Yes.
It could have all been an act.
Yes.
But it could have not.
You mostly still don't.
Some of you!
You have very little evidence on anything. He said nothing.
Even then.
You have no context for what was happening. It makes zero sense that he would give a piece of the collection to a Gangler. Definitely makes sense that he'd be.
He can't get past that.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows that Noel wants to destroy the Ganglers. You have very little evidence, honestly.
心配させたくないから黙ってただけだ。これくらいの怪我、任務に影響ない。それが余計な心配なんだ。大体お前はいつも自分の言い分だけ話しても何も解決しないさ。
Okay, so we're getting a flashback.
相手の思いに耳を傾ければ、そこから見えてくるものがあるだろう。 音楽と一緒だ。俺はノエルの思いを今まで聞こうとしていたのか。聞くまでもないさ。犯人は高尾ノエルに決まってる。
Or it's you. You feel more likely.
Interesting that they chose to replace that with a pronoun when he actually said
お
Noel's
前は
name.
用事ができた。
Yeah.
後ほど合流しよう。
And I'm like, why is the driver leaving? But then I remember.
Yeah, Japanese car.
He left his iPod.
Interesting.
I'm thinking that's a thing that previous him would never do.
Possibly. Or maybe the twist is, wait, the real Satoru, he didn't use an iPod, he had a Zune! Hey, Kogar.
なんだよ。一体いくつなんだよ、アルセーヌは。わかりません。異世界の影響を強く受けていらっしゃるのでしょう。
The other world.
ノエル君にとっても、私たちルパン家に仕える者にとっても、アルセーヌ様は命の恩人なのです。
Arsene-sama.
Yeah.
命の恩人
Was his wish to save them?
子供の頃のノエル君は身寄りもなく孤独で苦しい日々を送っていたと聞いています。全てに絶望していた彼を救ったのがアルセーヌ様なのです。
So where is Arsene?
見つけたよ、ノエル。
Was he killed by the gamblers when they took the collection?
アルセーヌ様はノエル君に異世界のことやコレクションを改造する方法すべてを教えました。
He's
彼は
essentially
生きる
Lupin's
希
son.
望を与えられたのです。
Which I think we'd kind of suspected to an extent at this point.
Yeah, son or grandson or...
Something like
あ
that.
の日、ギャングラーが突然襲ってきて、
When the gamblers attacked.
Everything was fine. Until the Fire Nation attacked. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. The Granio. Okay, so Lupin was taken out in the attack that took the collection.
No, he said the other
アル
world.
セーヌ様は
He
命を
lost
落
his
とし、
life.
Yeah.
ノエル君は全てを失ったのです。
Everything but
ですから彼はアルセーヌ様の言葉を信じ、自らの命を懸けてルパンコレクションを揃え、願いを叶えようとしているのです。そしてそれは私も同じ。
he wants to make a wish too.
この本はルパン家の宝物庫とつながっています。できれば今までと同じく手に入れたコレクションはこの本に。それが私たちの最後の希望なのです。
Well, maybe he has the same dream. He did say that Arsene was their
Yeah.
salvation, the salvation of their people.
But it may be that that might be the reason that he may have been being so sketchy earlier.
Because he's not human.
Well, not just that. It could be that he was originally only intending to have his wish granted.
そもそもノエルさんが日本に来る前から情報は漏れてました。
Intel was leaking before Noel came to
だか
Japan.
らそれはノエルがフランス本部で
Dun dun.
そういえ
Dun
ば
dun.
ロシアを移送されたのギャングラーが襲ってきた。
France didn't know about
な
that.
ぜ自分がフランス本部へ指示したことを
He's the one who proposed the transfer, yeah.
情報を漏らしているのは日本支部じゃない。
It's coming from the French office.
And it's coming from Totoro.
ノエルさんも私たちと同じ大切な人を取り戻そうとしてる。
アルセーヌの言葉を信じて最後の希望か。
He feels a special kinship to Arsene now too, ever since the Magnum plot.
Yeah.
いや、
Didn't find Noelle. But we found the bowl.
見つかったのは真実だ。
There we go.
ノエルさんはスパイじゃありません。
なんだって。
情報漏洩は日本支部ではない。フランス本部だ。
嘘をついてノエルさんに疑いをかけたんじゃないですか。
おいおい。まさか俺を疑うのか。
Yep.
昔の悟なら疑うことはなかった。だが聞こえてこないんだ。
There's no music in your iPod.
Yeah. No
中に
media
音楽デ
data.
ータは入っていない。なぜ音楽を聴くふりをしていた。
It's kind of a weird thing.
お前は本当に悟なのか。
No, I'm a gambler.
Yep.
やれやれ。警察の勘は鋭いな。
They should have keen senses. They generally do not. Whoa. Oh, that's why Noelle shot at them.
これは一体。
His collection piece.
That explains so much. Thank you, Noelle.
誰だ。あの時もその力で僕を操っていたんだね。やはりお前がギャングラーのスパイだった。
That explains that.
He did look awfully surprised.
There we go.
お前は最初から俺を疑っていた。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were very suspicious from the beginning.
パソコンで情報漏洩がフランス本部であることを突き止めた。
Yeah.
He was onto him.
Yeah.
That's why he had to be eliminated.
Yeah.
でもまさか君がギャングラーだったとは。
Yep. Oh, he's a double safe.
体を操るコレクションと声を変えるコレクション、2つの力を使って僕たちを騙していたんだ
He
ね。
needed the collection piece to alter his voice.
Mm.
They can all shape change,
ヒルトップ管理者の声で
but his
僕を呼び
voice.
出したの。
Commissioner Hilltop's voice to call him.
僕の名前でコレクションを送ったのも
That's why Noelle went down there.
全て君の仕業だったんだ。
よく気づいたな。
褒めてやろう。
しかし、なぜ悟の姿に。
手に入れた化けの皮がたまたま東雲悟だっただけさ。化けの皮とは何だ。
Dead
悟は
people.
どうなってるんだ。知らねえよ。
The disguises are dead people.
Wait.
化けの皮に
But if he's a disguise now,
死んでん
then
だ。
he's probably dead.
Wait. A piece just fell into place in my head. I think I just figured something out.
死んでる。
I don't think he's necessarily dead.
Are all the people on ice disguises?
That's what I think. That's where they've been getting their disguises from. That's what Zamigo... That's why they'd say, I got my identity from Zamigo.
ギャングラー。許さん。
Oh, you.
Now, they are upset.
I was gonna say, you know you've crossed the line when Tsukasa's talking revenge.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty, you know, I mean, she might be thinking it usually,
Yeah.
but she's pretty disciplined. She does not say that sort of thing, and she just did. You have effed up
Yeah.
badly.
They... Oop. Okay.
Yeah, I just burped a little.
I do love those drone shots when they
That's when I
do
get
that.
Robin Red Bull. You know it.
But yeah, dude. You're basically saying that
Well,
you
here's
guys
the
took
thing.
out a cop. That's not a good thing to say to the cops. You don't say that to the cops.
Also, he has been cranking up their emotion level this whole time,
Yeah.
making them feel angry and betrayed about Noelle.
Yeah.
So it is way easy for that emotion to just
Yeah.
switch targets.
Yeah.
and get amped up. So he's...
You're going down, Mr. Seahorse. Oh.
How many can you control at once? Because if the Lupins show up...
Apparently he can control
4.
this many.
Right, but can he control 7?
So that was the treasure he got from the one guy. Hey, there we go.
Can you handle 7? Oh, doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. Oh. So the Drago sword was the one that was used for for body control, and the that little microphone. That's the hilt of the Green Samurai saber from Ninja Storm. There we go. Some Super Lupin time. You get it? Hey, have you made up with everybody yet? Yeah, we're good.
He still hasn't addressed the whole I'm not human thing with them.
Well, they don't know. It didn't come up with that.
You're right.
Boom.
I sure hope they have body cams or something, or else they're gonna have a hard time explaining this to Hilltop.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have those
exploded
omniscient, video cameras, just like most Ranger teams. Hey, Ghosh. So she's gonna keep messing with him. Narizuma.
使った坂井君。お、これをお願いできるかい？
Alright.
Yeah. Noel deserves the chance to beat on this guy hard.
Yep. Little Pack Kaiser. Get Max Emperor in the mix.
Pack Kaiser!
There we go.
These buildings are really durable.
Like, using buildings for cover, that feels a little dodgy. Like, we'll hide behind these hundreds of civilians. Oh, we tossed them Signal Striker.
Yes, we did.
So now we can get a new form of Pack Kaiser. Siren Pack Kaiser. Which is basically the same thing as Siren Lupin Kaiser, more or less.
Different arms.
Different arms, yes. Boom. Here's it for you, dude.
Whoosh. Kaboom!
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have disguised
Yeah, you
yourself
never
as a
should have
cop.
said yourself as a cop.
So that's the end of the mole storyline.
And you also never should have told them that your disguise was probably dead.
Hey, Zamiko.
各の情報源
He was such a handy tipster.
まあいっか。
Sachura, I'm pretty sure is not dead. I think...
Where did he get the Zune?
お前のためにも事件の真相にたどり着いてみせる。
Oh wait, no, I think Sachura hands him one in the flashback.
Before he left.
Yeah. There we go. So that's the Samurai Saber in there. I don't know why they took their time on putting in the bouncy ball.
just doing it.
Yeah.
小暮さんが
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, Kogure got them caught up.
全部聞いちゃった。
It's about
最後
time.
の希望なんだろだったら俺たちも乗っかるしかないっしょ
So I think Noelle's is the only wish that's actually going to end up mattering, since everybody else is probably alive. There we go.
Where's yours? Get in.
It's always funny how they just
All
pull
in.
these things out from behind their backs. As if it was just, oh yeah, I just had that tucked into the back of my waistband, of course.
All the same thing.
There we go. Alright, what's happening next? Oh,
No
it's Christmas
chicken
time.
available for Christmas.
You can have salmon instead. It's like, yeah, save Christmas.
I mean, salmon is good too, but
Oh, that's adorable. Really, the Megazord's gonna have a Santa hat? That's adorable.
like chicken for Christmas is a big deal in Japan.
Right, right.
Like they barely Christmas. They don't really Christmas the way we Christmas.
Yeah.
But a couple of decades ago, KFC kind of stormed the place, being all like, "You should eat chicken for Christmas because that's what Americans do."
Yeah.
I mean, Americans eat turkey and British eat turkey, but you don't have turkey in Japan, so you should eat chicken.
Yeah.
And you should eat KFC chicken. Obviously, not everyone eats KFC chicken, but still a lot of people do.
So
They literally reserve their buckets in advance.
So it looks like we're up to the Christmas episode next time, which...
Well, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm curious if the next episode is going to be...
Anything to do with the plot at all?
Or everything to do with the plot.
Right, because, Go
Busters?
Go Busters.
Yeah. It's actually, I've noticed a bit of a thing since, Sentai wraps up around pretty close to this time of year. A lot of times, I think they do tend to make the Christmas episodes like a bit of a game changer. Like, oh, everybody's getting down to the holidays and now everything is falling apart. And if they do have a breather episode right before the end, it's usually more often New Year's.
True, but I feel like the chicken plot seems to indicate this is not going to be that.
Entirely possible. We shall see.
No chicken for Christmas! You can have salmon instead. Which, by the way, is actually a tradition in some parts of the world.
Hey, hon.
Although it's Christmas Eve.
Did I ever show you that one clip from Kamen Rider X-Aid Christmas episode?
Yes.
Okay. You know how goofy that was?
Yeah. Still a really serious episode?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so you might have the goofy chicken going on and some actual...
And enough that I know at least one person on Twitter who uses this as their... Who uses a reference to that episode as their Twitter handle around the holidays. And it's delightfully morbid. I feel like I can't explain more without giving
Potentially
it away.
spoiling someone who's watching.
Yeah. But if that person is watching, I think they know who they are. I don't know if she actually follows, if she's been watching the live reactions or not. But anywho,
Go Sakuya.
it looks like he's gonna have some.
Well, not just that,
Save
but
for
him
Christmas.
being up there is reminding me.
Yeah.
He did not give up on Noel.
This is true.
He would not give up on Noel.
Yeah.
Good for you, Sakuya. Because the evidence was all circumstantial.
It was. And I mean the thing about
The one thing that wasn't was the
yeah.
mind control gun thing.
Yeah. And I will say, though there is one thing, with regards to, Tsukasa's logic. Why would he leak to the Ganglers an idea that he argued for?
Because it was his plan to leak that to the Ganglers. Duh!
That actually...
That's a point against him.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually would be an argument. He tried to... if
A better point for him would be if French HQ had not yet been given the information that was leaked from French HQ before he got there.
Yeah, like, or the situation with, pretty much the first instance of the mole before Noel showed up is the only one that actually makes sense as far as being something to think back on as, oh, this must be where that leak came from. The other argument of why would he leak his own plan to the Ganglers, it would make perfect sense if he was working with the Ganglers. Like, if you're working with someone, you would give them your plan.
It wouldn't necessarily be that he leaked his own plans to the Ganglers. It would be that he convinced you to do what the Ganglers wanted.
Yeah. The whole point of that episode was that they were going to get this Gangler into witness protection in exchange for information. And honestly...
The Ganglers would definitely not want that.
Yeah. Like, that would actually be a really strong argument against Noel. They are not good at their jobs.
No, they're not. But they came to the right conclusion in
the
end.
They did come to the right conclusion, which is, if you don't have any music in your iPod...
Then you're not the real... No, that made sense.
Yeah.
It actually did. And honestly, they could have taken it one step further, though.
Yeah. The chocolate thing from the previous episode would have been...
not that. Okay.
Would have been a useful callback.
He's the mole, right?
Yeah.
He's been pretending to listen to music.
Yeah.
Partially to keep his cover up.
Right.
But, the thing about music players is...
Yeah.
They can double as external hard drives.
Mm.
He should have had information he was intending to bring to the Ganglers on that instead of music.
Yeah, that would have been a useful clue.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been stupid for him to leave it behind then in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it was stupid for him to leave it behind in the car anyway. Really, the way that this panned out was more so... It was less so much that he screwed up or anything, and it's more so they just guessed well.
They guessed very well. However, I'm going to say one thing. I think it would have turned out the same way either way.
Yeah.
Because in the end, it was having a thief card chucked at him that turned him into a Gangler.
Yeah.
And that could have been done whether they came to any of these conclusions or not.
Yeah.
It would not be hard for Noel to just show up and chuck a card at him and go,
yeah,
that's a Gangler.
Yeah. I'm glad they came to the right conclusion, but they're still not really that good at their jobs.
No.
They still, like, their points of logic are dodgy at best. Like, I'm glad they were able to, like, figure it out, but really no mention of the chocolate thing. Like, we pointed it out, and it was brought up in the previous episode, and that was not treated as a clue. That was just a clue for us, I guess.
I do like how they brought in that one particular piece of classical music that seems to show up in a lot of Japanese media when things are getting dramatic.
Right.
I mean, it's in Evangelion, it's in this, it was in Go Busters, it was...
Yeah.
It's like, I forget what that piece of classical music is, but it's...
Not sure.
They were playing it in the car when he was talking to...
I do
previous screen.
now kind of understand a little bit more about why the Lupin family has been so suspicious and dodgy. Why they've been acting so dodgy all season. It's like, yeah, we're refugees from another world. We don't really want to get outed on that. And I'm like, okay, that's legit. I'll roll with that. That's one of those things I can roll with. And
I mean, because we all know how humanity is.
Yeah.
I mean, we have enough trouble with people on our own planet who are different from us.
Yeah.
If we discovered there were aliens from outer space.
Yeah. So now I see why Kogure acted the same way about... So that brought a lot of stuff into clarity with regards to why Kogure and Noel both saw the binoculars as being so dangerous. Because it's not just dangerous for Noel, it's dangerous for any of them that may still be out there, even though these are the only two that we've actually encountered.
Right. I get the picture that they that a lot of them are just living regular civilian lives as
Yeah,
refugees.
exactly.
And that's probably what Noel's parents were up to before he was orphaned.
Yeah.
I don't know how Kogure came into
He must have just been working for Lupin this whole time.
Lupin's employ.
Yeah. It does still feel a little bit weird to me that it's taken 44 episodes to reveal that Arsène Lupin was actually killed in the attack that
Yeah, I kind of figured
that took the
he
collection pieces.
was a lot deader than that. Like,
It's
I
like,
figured that he was like several hundred years dead, and these were just his descendants.
yeah, it was really weird.
That's why I was like, maybe he's his grandson or his
Yeah.
heir.
Like, you're not gonna. I guess I don't know if they kept like his existence a secret or something. I'm not entirely sure how all that works.
No.
But it was definitely a bit of an odd thing to take this long to reveal.
Yeah, we've just gotten to and we've just now found out that humanoid aliens are involved in this whole thing.
Yeah, that just took 44 episodes.
We've just now found out that Arsène Lupin was an alien.
I get the impression that occasionally some shows just like to do that, just hold out on their twist until like 6 episodes from the end and then throw it in there to just sort of be like, okay, that's our big twist and now we're running into the end game. Because I feel like other Sentai series have done similar things. Like
Drink a whole Red Bull and I'm still yawning.
Like from what I've ascertained, I think Patranger had a similar thing. Because anyone who's seen Dino Thunder knows, White Ranger was a villain in Patranger for longer than he was in Dino Thunder, and I think he went good like
6 episodes.
6 episodes before the end, or whatever it was. We had the whole big thing with like the resurrection of Messiah, etc. during, a handful of episodes from the end of Go Busters. I think a half dozen episodes from the end is when I think that might be when Galvanax's counterpart was resurrected.
And we haven't finished Samurai, but I would lay good money that that's when the Lauren analog showed up.
Yeah, probably right around there. Whatever that secret is, or that thing they've been trying to prevent, it shows up a few episodes before the end, and that's the twist,
Oh, yeah, and the Christmas twist of Go Busters, which I'm not going to spoil.
Yeah, well, I kind of just did, but... and then we've got, with Q Ranger, I forget if they had a Christmas episode per se. No, they did. They did have a Christmas episode. I'm trying to remember what happened in that one.
I have no idea, man.
But I think that was around the time that, Lucky's father was revealed to be alive, or Don Armage was revealed to be Cuervo, something like that.
Yeah.
I think in Tokuger they found, their hometown, right around that time. Stuff like that. Whatever it is that they've been looking for, trying to figure out, or some sort of thing that's been a secret for the majority of the series.
It's time for everybody to find out in the vicinity of Christmas.
Yeah. And in this case, it was what's the deal with Noel and what happened to Arsène Lupin. What's the deal with
Kogure? He
Kogure?
died of old age years ago. But then again, I kind of figured he was human.
I didn't really know what his deal was.
When...
I kind of suspected he
ago?
wasn't entirely human.
How long ago did these refugees show up?
It's 1,000 years ago.
Right, so then Lupin is greater than 1,000 years old?
Yeah, they're apparently just, immortal beings, more or less.
And that just begged the question, did Noel bug out to here as a child? Was he orphaned by that disaster? Or Was he born on Earth to parents who were refugees?
I get the impression that he was born to parents who were refugees.
That's what I was thinking until just now when I was like, wait a minute.
Just because it doesn't seem like he's that old within the framing.
Well, right, but it could have taken him that old to have just grown that long if they're that immortal.
Maybe. Even if it... I don't think it would take him 1,000 years.
This also probably explains Kogure's disguise skills.
Yeah. That could be connected to him not being human.
Like, oh yeah, I could appear taller and look just like... Because obviously he was wearing those masks, but his entire body shape and voice also changed.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. And it does it does bring a lot of stuff into focus in terms of Kogure and Noelle's behavior up until this point. And, why it always seemed like there was this shadowy secret that not everybody was in on, and this was apparently the big secret.
Aliens.
They're alien refugees. So it's much less sinister than we were imagining at the beginning of the series.
Definitely much less sinister.
And much less of a conspiracy, really.
It's a lot more of a survival thing.
Yeah. Back at the beginning, we figured that, whatever this thing that they keep referring to, the Lupin family, we figured they were some shadowy organization playing both sides for puppets.
Yeah.
And then eventually we're like, oh, no, it's actually just Noelle was the source of technology for both of them. And, okay, these guys are just trying to survive, and these two just happen to be the ones that were the most connected to Lupin, so that's why they're the most involved with all this.
Yeah.
So it's become sort of a smaller, more personal story in that regards, by virtue of the reveal of alien refugees. But I will say the monster was pretty clever in his whole.
Oh yeah, he had that all set up,
framing.
and the only thing I feel like he could have done more cleverer was to use that iPod as an external hard drive.
And then not leave it in the car. Yeah, not leaving it in the car would have been a good idea. It's also weird to me that, like, for some reason, like, he likes chocolates, but his counterpart didn't, even though he seems to know all this other stuff about his counterpart. I don't know.
It could be a very small detail. I mean,
that's fair. I'm curious what he knows about Satoru's previous life. Like, how much he actually knew about him.
Well,
how much of his life he manages to take.
I'm going to go with he didn't actually get that much information because, for example, when he was being reintroduced to them, he said the same thing to all of them.
Oh, yeah?
I've heard of your exploits.
He said that to everybody? I thought he just said that to Sakuya, because he didn't know Sakuya.
No, he said that to them, too.
Well, fair enough.
When he ran into he said that to,
I guess that could also be framed as, I've heard what you've been up to since I've been gone. But.
Right, but my point is that he used the exact same phrasing with both of them.
Okay.
Well, I say both because he spoke to Tsukasa and Keiichiro two together.
Right.
But then he used the exact same phrasing on Sakuya.
Okay, I didn't remember that detail.
It came across kind of weird. I mean, let's put it this way. It may not have been the exact same phrasing, but the subtitles were the exact same phrasing.
Fair enough. Alright, so, yeah.
It was like he was trying not to say much until he got them to tell him who he was supposed to be.
I think the only issues I think I have with this episode is just the Patrangers came to the right conclusion using
the wrong logic.
Faulty logic.
Even to stop clocks right twice a day.
That's pretty much the way they operate. They're just not good at their jobs. They just happen to occasionally have good instincts sometimes.
Occasionally, sometimes. That's a lot of qualifiers later.
Yes. And just the whole reveal on the alien refugees, and Lupin just feels like it's a bit late in the game, but I know that's the thing that Sentai tends to do. Just to try and keep, I think it's part of it is just to try and keep things fluffier prior to that.
I have another thought.
So,
he said, if he's disguised, he's probably dead. Right. So it's also possible that most of the ice people are still there.
Yeah.
But that they had to be killed to make disguises.
That's also possible.
So some of the people might not come back because they were disguises.
Yeah. We'll see. It would be really cool, though, if they're all alive, and then you get to see all the old Gangler disguises pop up from throughout the series.
That would be kind of cool.
And I suspect that's where they're going up with it.
One thing I hope is that...
That really clarifies what Zamigo's role is, though.
They have this... Do the Ganglers have the sense not to use the... like, this guy said he just so happened to get the policeman as a disguise.
Yeah. I'm guessing Zamigo was the one who deals them out. He
Right.
seems to be the identity dealer.
Right, but I'm just hoping that... Or maybe I'm hoping that they do mess up and wear one of the Lupin's loved ones.
That could be what happens in one of the next few episodes. And then that'll be the big thing getting it, going into the finale to kind of face off against Zamigo.
Yeah.
Because it definitely seems to be how Zamigo has been operating. And that clarifies a lot. That clarifies what his relationship was with the mole and how he operates as an identity dealer.
And what his role is within Gangler society. Any Gangler who wants to disguise must go through Zamigo.
And that's why he's such an independent operator, too, because he has something that everybody wants, and so he's free to do as he pleases in the meantime.
Exactly. The Don has less control over him because he has an irreplaceable commodity.
Yeah. I feel like he'll... I'm feeling like Zamigo will probably be the penultimate boss, and then they'll take out DeGranio. They're probably going to go to him. I feel like he's not going to come to them, and it's probably just going to be a matter of getting that last collection piece, whatever it is he has.
In his safe, that's
Yeah.
all covered in chains.
Yeah. And that'll probably be our endgame. We'll see how things go in these next 6 episodes, but
And that's our episode.
there we go. And we should get hitting the road.
Yes.
So, until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Invaders from Planet Bowler Hat!